Hello. I want to talk to you guys about uncertainty. We all feel that uncertainty is hugely apparent right now. We're so aware of how uncertain our futures are, uncertain our businesses, our jobs, our schooling, our health, our families, the economy, travel, everything. Everything feels so incredibly unknown. And I want to make the point because to me, I find it very helpful. I hope that you find it very helpful as well. But everything is always uncertain. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day. You never know if a fight's going to get canceled or if a pandemic's going to come, right? We don't expect it. And I think that's why so many of us are having such a hard time with this. And it's huge, it's big. Things are happening that none of us have experienced. Most of us haven't experienced anything like this before. And if we can just back it up a little bit and really look at the things that we knew for certain anyways, what would those be for you? What do you know is always certain? I know what's always certain for me. Well, I know it's always certain for all of us, and I know a few things that are always certain for me. The one thing that is always certain for all of us is that the only thing we have control over 100% of the time is ourselves. Is our thoughts, more specifically. You get to choose how you think about you, about your life, about your past, about your future. It's always, the future is always uncertain. How many of you can look back and be surprised at where you are right now? Never would have thought this is where you would have ended up. And I'm not saying right now specifically with what's going on with coronavirus, but I'm just saying specifically, for example, me, I didn't think I'd marry a foreigner and live in Holland. I didn't think that. I didn't think I'd be a life coach. I used to think I wanted to be an actress. And those are just kind of, a little more lighthearted examples. But everything's uncertain. And when you accept that as true, when you release the control of having to know what's going to happen, of being in control of the external, that's what causes us pain, because we're never fully in control of the external. Temporarily, sure, right? You can be in control of things outside of you temporarily, but you can't ever be in control of somebody else. Not long term, not over our decision makers right now, not over your neighbor who's having a party and you're pissed off about it, not over your colleagues at work who have a completely different opinion than you about everything that's going on, not over everything else that could possibly be going on in your life. And then here we go, coronavirus on top of that, and makes everything seem worse. And those were actually a few examples that I coached my clients on this week. But everything is uncertain. And I mean that in a beautiful way. Oop, it's a puppy dog. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day. And I allow myself to embrace that and to be open to it and to be excited about what could possibly happen. And I want to challenge you guys to just know that even though times feel so uncertain right now, remind yourself that they always were uncertain, and remind yourself that the only thing you can be certain of is that you get to choose how you perceive the world, how you think about yourself, how you think about what's going on, how you think about the economy, about your friends, your family, your job, your future. You get to decide. And you don't have to think what everybody else is thinking. And you can dream big, or you can panic and think the worst possible things. And that's what a lot of us are doing. And I just want to challenge you to accept that times have always been uncertain, and it's much more apparent right now, and I get that. But you can always be sure that you get to be in control of your perception, of your thoughts. And I hope that that resonates with some of you. I hope that you can take this and kind of step into uncertainty with a little more power, because I know uncertainty is all around me, but I'm certain that I get to decide what I think about whatever happens in my life or in this world. And that gives me peace. That puts me in control. And I like to be in control of my life. And this makes me feel like I am in control. And I want you guys to step into that too. So let me know what you think about this, and happy quarantine.